Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Disney Travel Secrets episode number 369. Rob and Kerri coming to you from the Creating Magic Vacation studio in beautiful Windermere, Florida. This episode has an original air date of March 11th, 2024.
And this is actually our second time recording our podcast to post to YouTube.
It is very different.
So make sure you are subscribed because we'd love to continue that conversation over there. And I promise we will only get better and better at this.
Yeah, we've been doing video for about 10 years and we're kind of getting ready.
We're used to just talking between us.
I know, we're usually facing each other.
Yeah.
Now we have the camera is an audience member.
Yes, and you are the third person.
So Disney Cruise Lines has never been more popular. So this week we're going to give you some of our insider tips and secrets for Disney Cruise Line.
And in researching this topic, there were a few things that even you and I didn't know about.
I think that's always fun, though. We're always learning.
Yeah, so even if you think you're a Disney Cruise pro, you definitely will want to stay tuned.
Hello, my friends. This is former Disney Imagineer Hugh Darley, and you're listening to Disney Travel Secrets with my friends Rob and Kerri Stuart. As you can imagine, I have plenty of Disney secrets myself, and I can't wait to share them with you. Let's get this show on the road. Take it away, guys.
We are headed to Amsterdam for a river cruise expo. And then after that, we're doing a 7-night cruise on the upper Rhine River, leaving from Amsterdam with, I think about 7 of our agents are coming with us, which means we're going to be out of the country for a few weeks and we need to do a few shows ahead of time, which is always fun.
I know, because we usually do record on the weekends so that the information can be super timely if there's any really cool Disney announcements or something that just comes up. But we really can't afford to edit and do all that stuff on the road. Plus, we need to enjoy our cruise and our conference.
So we've reached the point in our business that we are looking for someone to be our social media manager.
Yeah, and this job description includes kind of monitoring our Facebook and Instagram accounts.
Don't worry, you don't have to worry about Twitter/X.
Yeah. We don't do that stuff. But also, we are launching a new page on Facebook that you and I are both super, super excited about. And it's a name that we've had for years, but we've never used.
Well,
and so,
don't tell them now.
Okay, I won't say anything, but we definitely are looking for somebody to help us out. And
I will say it's a name we bought a long time ago and never
one.
used. And I was telling one of my Disney friends that I had it. He's like, you got to be kidding me. You sure you have that? And I showed him. He's like, wow, you really do.
Yeah, so there is a link in the bio if you are interested. I will alarm you, though. The position may be filled by the time this airs.
Let's say alert, not alarm.
Just because we did share it on our Disney Travel Secrets Superfans Facebook page. And so if somebody was qualified and they may have already been hired. So anyway, we are always going to be expanding our team. So make sure you are following us on social media so you can be one of the first ones if there's ever a role that fits what you're looking to do.
Now, we have not brought this up in a while, and with all the things going on from our January event, moving to this new house, moving the studio, 2 trips in Europe within a month, I completely forgot about our Disney cruise in May.
I know, and I'm so excited about this. Every time I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this is going to be just a nice weekend getaway. And so you, after listening to today's show or watching it, you may want to join us on this cruise. And so that is coming up on May 17th.
Yes, it is.
And there are still cabins available, but you are invited. So if you are interested, there is a link in the show description, or you can always just reach out to us.
This cruise is on the Disney Wish, and it's a Friday to Monday. It's a 3-night cruise. And I think we chose this specifically because it's a 3-night cruise. And a lot of people, they can take a Friday or a Monday off. It leaves on May 17th from Port Canaveral. And there are still cabins available, except for inside. Those are sold out, and I know why. It's because they don't have that many insides on this new ship. They're mostly balconies with some ocean view. And for this ship, you really do want to have a balcony.
Yeah, for sure. And prices start at only $13.50 per person for an ocean view. But get this, $13.69 for a balcony. Now, that was the pricing at the time we recorded. I have seen it slowly start to creep up. So do not wait if you want to join us.
Right. So $19 to go from ocean view to a balcony. That is the biggest no-brainer in the history of cruising. So head on over to creatingmagicvacations.com, click on the Plan Your Vacation button, and just put Disney Wish with Rob and Kerri in the form.
Yeah, I know one of the things we will definitely be doing, though, is getting our spa package. I still need to order that because we enjoyed that, the Rainforest Spa package.
It is, I will tell you, that's one of the first times we've ever done a spa package on a ship. We've done 30 cruises, and we normally just, we might get a massage, but the spa on the Disney Wish is awesome.
Yes.
So I was reading an article the other day on Reader's Digest. I know.
I was like, that's still around.
They're still around. I don't know if they do print anymore, because you would always see these. And I grew up, my mom, I lived with my grandparents as well. They had a section where they'd write comedy. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if they're still in print, but they are online. The article is titled 18 Secrets Disney Cruise Line Employees Won't Tell You. And I said, let's put these to the test.
Yeah. So we actually did learn some things. So I think you'll enjoy, if you've ever considered going on a Disney cruise, or maybe you've been and you just didn't realize some of this stuff is on there, or you can do some of these things. I think you're going to get some good tips. So the first one is the cast member to guest ratio on the Fantasy is 1 crew member for every 2.76 guests. And so that's pretty impressive for a ship of that size.
I would say especially the 0.76, like there's a 0.76 of a person on there.
But it's true, though. There's
impressive.
Cast members everywhere when you are on board.
There are.
Yeah.
Another thing, cast members come from all over the world. Definitely not a secret. And most are not from the U.S. for a good reason. The cruise ships are not registered in the U.S. Most of them are going to be like the Bahamas or Malta for whatever reason, meaning they don't have to abide by the U.S. labor laws.
Yeah, because I think if they did do that, then the cruises would probably cost about 5 times as much. Now, you still have
they
U.S.
would quintuple.
Yeah, but you still have U.S. crew members. It's just
the majority are not.
Yeah, the majority
I
are
would say
not.
most of the captains of the ships are from Italy.
Yeah, they're usually Italian.
Go figure.
Yep.
Here's another one. This is one I did not know. You can order off any of the restaurant menus. And to me, that's a game changer, because if you want to go to the Walter Roy restaurant, but you might have Animator's Palette the next night, but you want that juicy filet from the previous night, you can order from any of the menus, which is why you should either take a picture of the menu or have some kind of access to it. I can tell you that I would have ordered steak probably every night from that particular restaurant.
Yeah, and what makes Disney unique is that they do rotational dining. And so you're assigned a different dining room, but your wait staff moves with you. And so that's one of the cool things, is they get to know your preferences. And so you could also ask them, like, you know what, last night I had a really, really good steak. I can't remember what it was, but I'd like to try that. I definitely want to try this on our next cruise, to test this theory
we're going to
out.
try this in May for sure.
Because we loved the 1923 restaurant.
Yes.
Had some really good food there. And I wasn't
They had the Walt
super
side
keen.
and the Roy side.
Yeah, and there was one of the restaurants, I think it was the Avengers one. I wasn't too keen on the menu options for that one.
There was good kind of a show and good interaction.
Yeah, the show was amazing.
But the food not as good as 1923.
That
I would
is
agree.
true. Okay, this next one was one how did we not know this?
I have no idea.
I mean, we've been on multiple Disney cruises, but this is a big one. And this is one that I think your kids will really like.
Mickey bars for room service.
Yeah, another one we're going to have to try. I don't
And
even like the Mickey bars.
I know you
just
don't, 'cause you
wanted
don't
to.
like chocolate, but I don't know if I would do it just for the Mickey bars. I'd probably maybe do that, maybe have an appetizer or something.
Yeah, maybe like with some food or something.
The challenge is that you don't have freezers in the room.
That's
so
true.
you'd have to like take that Mickey bar and at least throw it or put it on ice.
Put it on ice.
I don't need the ice bucket for champagne. I need it for the Mickey bars.
There you go.
I love it.
Now, this next one is one that you may know if you are observant, and a lot of ships do this, but I love the way Disney does it because it's just so extra. And that is the ship's decor actually has a secret code.
So if you're not sure where you are, because these ships, it really, if you haven't been on many, or maybe you have, it's still very easy to kind of get disoriented and know where you are. If you're on the starboard or port side or facing forward or aft, that's boat speak for right, left, front, and back. Look to the doors and the carpet.
Yeah. And I remember being on the Magic, and one of the cast members pointed out, because they actually had the compass, north, south, east, west, and you could tell north is facing towards the front, but there's a couple of other little things that are on the ships.
And again, this article was specifically on the Disney Fantasy, so there might be some slight variations.
Yeah, there definitely are, because the Wish, it's colors, and they had a couple. Yeah, but on the Fantasy, this is what you can look for.
So the staterooms on the port or left side, they will have fish sculptures as the door markers next to the cabins, and those fish are swimming aft toward the back, while the staterooms on the starboard side have a seahorse sculpture next to them, but they're also facing the rear of the ship.
And if you're not sure about if you're seeing all these little hidden things, just ask a cast member and say, hey, I understand there's a way you can know if you're at the front of the ship, the back of the ship, port or starboard side, and they will fill you in on all of those little decoder secrets for your ship.
They are, we call them Disney Cruise Line travel secrets.
Well, I know on the Wish, one side is more blue because they have two sets of elevators.
We learned that on the tour.
And one side is blue, one side is green. I think green is the one that's in the back. Again, once you're on board, you figure those things out.
Next up, the Cabanas on Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. They are easily the most sought after space on the island. There are only 27 split between family and the adults only area, and they go fast.
They go super fast because these are ones that you can pre-arrange, pre-reserve, but they do it by status, which is why a lot of first-time cruisers will never have the opportunity because get this, they only have 20 family cabins. They have one grand family, and then they have 6 over at Serenity Bay, which is the adults only. Right. So very, very limited. And it even looks like at the new Lookout Point, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. It's a lot of words in that private island. They're also only going to have 20 of the family ones.
I think this is where Disney Cruise Line is really missing the boat.
Well done. Well done.
And with that supply being limited, and also the people that are traveling club level, concierge, they will have first choice. And I know we have clients that exclusively cruise in concierge, and those things are gone right away.
Oh yeah, you got to put your requests in right at midnight on your day.
Here's our top Disney tip. Find someone on your cruise that has a cabana.
There you
Tell
go.
them you'll buy a few drinks, whatever. But that's, if you're a first time, if you're even like a silver, maybe even a gold, probably won't get that.
Probably not.
But it's always worth a shot.
One of the cool things they mentioned in this article is one that you and I love when we go on a Disney cruise, and that is same-day Disney movies.
And what that really means is if there's a Disney movie out in the theaters, odds are they're going to have that playing in one of a couple theaters on board the ship. And I remember we watched, and we'd already seen it, but just to see it again in the theater on board the ship, is we saw Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, and
that was cool.
Usually in May, they start having a lot of new movies come out. So we will have to see on our cruise coming up if we're going to have any of the new ones. I know when Mandalorian is airing and they have new episodes, sometimes they will show those as well. But especially if you're taking one of the longer cruises, I love just going in the theater because it is first run. It's not like old ones like you see on other cruise ships.
Well, they've got the content. They should be, if they're not showing a movie, which they pretty much do almost, through most of the day, throw some of the shows up there, the popular shows as well. So next up is Enchante, and this is on board the Disney Wish. Not something that we tried. Maybe we'll try it this time, but that is the only Michelin 3-star restaurant on, I think, any of the cruise ships, not just Disney.
Yeah, I think it is.
We should have verified that, but hey, you know what?
That.
You guys want to fact check us? Knock yourself out.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that one is that does not get filled up very much. And I think some of it is a little cost prohibitive for some families.
I think a lot of people can't pronounce it.
And
so they just don't want to ask.
Yeah, and they don't want to ask about it. That is one, though, that if you like fine dining experiences, you should definitely check it out because those cast members and the chefs, a Michelin 3-star restaurant, that's pretty impressive at sea. So that is one we should probably do that.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Well, I'll go see. As soon as we're done with this, I'll see if there's any reservations left. And if not, we can always ask once we get on board. We've had really good.
I'm not exactly a fan of French food. We'll figure that out. We'll be in Paris at the end of April.
We may become fans. We don't know.
We'll be on the Seine River in Paris, and that could change our mind. And let's try to do Enchante.
Yeah. One of the things I do know is that when you are on a Disney cruise, it's just a different experience. And we have been on probably more cruise lines than anybody else that I know because we do this for our job, but we have sailed on tons of different lines. And I think that's what makes it different. And I know that every time we go back and we're on a Disney cruise, it's just special. It's kind of like when you go to a Disney park, it is so different than going to like a Six Flags or a Universal or any other. It's just everything is literally, you just feel like you're in a bubble. And on this time, when you're on a ship, it's kind of the same thing. You're just escaping.
With Disney Cruise Line, it really starts even before you get to the port, but it starts in the port when you're checking in. You'll see, in Port Canaveral, they have a big model of one of the ships there. But as soon as you step on to a Disney ship, it's like stepping into Disney World or Disneyland. You feel like you're in the bubble.
Yeah. And you
difference.
Really feel like royalty from everything on how they introduce you when you get on board. And one thing I love—
Don't give them all the secrets.
And I did this week is a character call. And so if you book a Disney cruise, you can have one of the characters call your kid and let them know how excited they are to see them on board.
In this case, we had them call us.
We had Mickey and Minnie call us, and you know what? I'll put that on Instagram and kind of share
should.
so you know where to go, because that is one thing that's not on the app. You have to do it from the computer. And if you don't know where to find it, it could be super confusing. But yeah, I can't wait for our cruise now. I'm super excited. And hopefully you're excited to get on a cruise too.
I know. It's like I wasn't looking as forward to the Disney Wish, partially because I forgot about it because we have these other trips coming up. But knowing, especially you're like, we're doing the spa. Okay, we will do that. So thanks again for listening in to Disney Travel Secrets. Or if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, we do appreciate that. But again, don't forget, come join us for a beautiful 3-day cruise on board the Disney Wish, leaving Friday, May 17th, arriving back in Port Canaveral on Monday. Maybe you want to do a pre or post Walt Disney World trip. Why not throw that in?
Why not? Why not? And if you are watching this on YouTube, please go down and give us a comment. Let us know what your favorite Disney cruise is, or the one that is on your must-do list. We would love to hear from you.
Until next time, have a magical day.
We'll see you real soon.